Guys, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the Death Knight in DungeonBorne and how you should be playing this class. I'm going to be breaking this video into a few categories. First one is going to be generally like how you should be playing the class in terms of like what's your weapon choices, what to avoid, what to use, etc. The next part is just going to be gearing up the character and like what kind of gear do you need to really get going. The gear part, we're not really going to talk about sets. We're just going to talk about like the bare minimum, the cheap, what do you need to perform well in this class, and I'm going to kind of just give you guys like, or show you guys kind of like a cheap build you can run that anybody can run, and they can have a lot of success and fun with this class. And then the end of the video is just going to kind of be me talking about just some off-topic stuff with meta issues and things like that with the DK that I think you guys will find very interesting. I did post a tier list video, which you guys seem to love. It's been getting a lot of views. It's been getting good ratings for my channel. I appreciate all the feedback in the comments down below on that video. It should be popping up right now. If you guys have not seen it, please check it out. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe to this channel if you guys like the content. Without dragging this intro out much longer, let's jump into it and let's just go into the Death Knight class in DungeonBorne. So the DK is a class that is basically the Juggernaut. Everyone thinks it's the fighter, but it's not the fighter. It is the Death Knight. The Death Knight is the class that should always be up front and center. But the way you want to play this class is sword and shield and mace and shield. A mace and shield and two-handed. You can go sword and shield, but mace and shield is much better, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in detail as we keep going. Now, the reason why I think you should avoid dual wield and crossbow on this character, again, crossbow is a very niche weapon. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying anything, but it is very niche. It's only good on certain classes and certain applications. This class is not a ranged class. This class is, hey, I need to be on top of you and beat the shit out of you. That is this class. Do not play it any other way. That's how you need to play it. Why do I say avoid dual wield then, if that's the case? The thing with dual wield right now is dual wield DK is doing so good because of life on hit and the shroud ability that you have with the Death Knight class. So the double stacking of that DPS output with the shroud constantly hitting your opponent is what's making it very good. Combine that with life on hit, you are double dipping with life on hit from the shroud hitting you and the swords constantly swinging very fast. Again, we all know life on hit is going to get nerfed. Play without life on hit. I have put in over 100 hours in this game, and I have done into every adventure mode without life on hit and had no problem killing people, and even killing people with life on hit builds. Again, life on hit and the whole dual wield meta right now with the Death Knight and that class is so shit, and it's so easy to kill, but the problem is everyone panics. And this is why we're going to start talking about the dual wield right now, or the 2H right now. The 2H is your best friend. I saw a tier list for DungeonBorne talking about the weapons, and I'm actually going to make a tier list video just on the weapons too. That'll be coming out. But the 2H you want on any character that can have it. The reason why is because the parry mechanic is so good, and that is like the big skill difference between you and a lot of people. If you know how to parry, you can be in full green and kill someone in full purple. I'm not bullshitting. I'm being very honest with you. You can do it. You just need to be calm. Don't freak out. The biggest issue I see that when people are up against a dual wield class swinging on them is they sit there and they hold block, or they try to run, or whatever. If you are a class swordmaster, Death Knight fighter that has the ability to use the two-handed, you need to pull that out. You know why? Because the weakness to the dual wield class is the chain attack. When you start swinging, you do the combos and everything, it just goes crazy. That is your opportunity to murder them. You need to fight them back, not hold back. Because the reason why is when they keep swinging, as my friend Tommy says, he can't stop. So just parry them, kill them. That is how you do it every single time. The two-handed sword should not be your main DPS on the Death Knight. Because this class is a Juggernaut, you need to have the sword and shield out, or the mace and shield. And you need to be holding block, and you need to just be swinging and beating up your opponent. Now, why the mace over the shield? The DPS output of the mace is nuts. Okay, it is crazy. It can hit on repeat for like 130 to 160 on somebody, and you're just constantly just beating them in the back of the head. Continuously. It is so good. I know we have all died to it. I remember I was running, and all I hear is, ugh, and I'm just getting beat in the back of the head, and I'm just getting so aggravated because of the connection that the mace has on you. Trust me, mace and shield, if you can use it on any class that has it, go with it. I'm not guiding you guys wrong. You will beat up anybody that tries to run with you with this class. You will output the DPS of anybody in this class. And again, we're going to talk about the 2H to counter Mace and Shield. So on the Death Knight, when you're going up against another Death Knight, or let's say you're going up against a fighter who's using Mace and Shield, This is where the 2H comes in, because the 2H, the parry mechanic, breaks that build. I know people say, oh, well, you can do wield sword and hold heavy and do it too, and it's faster. Yes, you can. But the thing is, you want to deal massive DPS output. And like I said, the only reason why dual wield is good on DK right now is because of life on hit. Once that gets nerfed, which honestly, they need to nerf it, and they will. They've already done a small patch. But once that gets nerfed, dual wield DK is going to be garbage. I know it'll still be good, but it's not going to be as accessible, and you're really going to see the difference in people who are actually good versus people who are just trash and being carried by this specific one armor set ability. Now we've kind of covered like how you should be playing DK. Remember, Mace and shield out all the time. You want to be in front of your group the entire time. You want to grab people, you want to pull them in, you want to just be on top of them, beating them up. You want the 2H. The 2H is just there for counterplay. What I mean by counterplay, you want to be able to parry people, you want to be able to break block, you want to do all those things so that you can basically be, like I said, a juggernaut, unstoppable force. This class, broken. This class, S tier, don't debate me on it. Now let's talk about the gearing and the abilities. As you can see right now, my character right now has no sets. The gear on my character, a lot of it is heirloom, and the gear on it, a lot of it is green. And as you can see, with the build being just like this, I have the 3 most important passives on the class. And people can argue that dexterity is very important, which it is. But dexterity is kind of more of like, hey, can you get it? Can you not? So let's go ahead and kind of talk about this. So as you can see, Mace and shield, 2-handed sword, we got a green helmet, heirloom chest. And with all of this, we are able to basically get the 3 passives you want. And let's talk about them. So you want the will passive because you want to be able to get the energy when you kill people and get that healing from it. This has saved me so many times in 1v1s, has saved me so many times in Classic when the PV just gets nuts. The PV gets nuts, I pop Soulstorm, I activate that, and it's just slapping everything around me while I'm trying to fight back. It's killing stuff, and I'm healing. It is just an incredible passive. Please don't pass this up. This is great. I promise you. Combine this with a health pot, this will save you. And so many fights. This is, I think, the first passive you should get. 100%. Debate me about it. I don't care. That's what you should get. The next one is intelligence. This one is more of like kind of a cool one, but it's garbage. I mean, it's not garbage, but you don't want it. The stamina passive, this is the one that I would chase number 2. And the reason why is just because I said you were supposed to be a juggernaut. You want to be tanky. You want to be able to charge out there, activate your Soulstorm, and just be able to get this damage shield. This will really help you to be aggressive, and it's just nice. It's a free 200 damage shield. You can't really pass that up. Also, stamina is going to increase your resistances, and it's going to increase your health, which again dips into that whole being the juggernaut class. This is what I would choose. Next thing is going to be the strength. Strength is going to be incredible because it's going to give you that soul energy, and that's the thing, is you want to try to keep your resource sustain up to the max. So you have to kill things on this class. That's the only way you get your your essence back. Yes, you can grab a shrine and you can get like your essence that way, but that's not always available to you. So by having this ability, when you use your gap closer, which is going to be your grasp from the grave, this will give you 20 soul energy, which is incredible because, again, like I said, if you're in a pinch, you can activate this, and if you're out of energy, boom, now you can pop Soul Shroud. Now you have 15% damage reduction, and now you can stay in the fight a lot longer. Now, I want to talk the difference between Soul Shroud and Soul Storm. I think Soul Storm is the better pick. I know Soul Shroud is great because it scales, it can hit harder, but the thing that I don't like about it, like I really don't like about it, is just the fact that it has a 30-second cooldown. I also do not like that it costs so much of your resource to pop. Again, I like to be in control of my sustain and all my stuff. I don't like to see it just get consumed. And I get it, you know, like I said, but I did some testing. Even when you pop Soul Shroud and you hit your opponent with a grasp, you won't be able to pop this again. So you're going to have to go kill like one more ad, which again, doesn't sound hard, but the fact that Soul Shroud only lasts 10 seconds, and then you have 20 seconds where you can't keep this 15% damage reduction, it's not worth it to me. It's not. I promise you guys, play with Soulstorm. Way better. Having that control over your ability, having that control over that 15% damage reduction is game changing. Yes, it doesn't hit that hard in comparison. You know, you lose about 60% of the damage potential, but that's okay. You're not really wanting to kill them with this anyway. This is just more to like cause fear and panic. You know, when people see the arms swinging around, they get scared. Like, even I get scared. When I see those dumbass arms come out of the ground, I'm like, oh fuck, this guy's getting serious. So just trust me, Soulstorm, having that control, way better. And bringing into the dexterity passive, this one, if you can get it, is exceptionally amazing. But this one is more, to me, of just, it's cool if you can get it. It's not really impossible to get. You can get it if you just kind of like get better gear. So for example, if we get a better like 2H, you know, obviously we get more strength. If we get a better mace and all this stuff, we can get more stam. You know, if we get a better necklace, we can get more will and all that stuff and more stamina. And by doing that, that will allow us to gain the points to come over here. It's not impossible to get 4 stats, but like I said, these are the 3 you want to chase. As you can see with my character, this whole build, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of heirloom gear on here. All this gear is just stuff I've gotten from killing people. I bought the green stuff because I kind of wanted to like show you guys like how expensive the build could be. So it's like 850. So what is it? That's going to put us at 22. Oh no, 23 actually. That's going to put us at 32. And then that's going to put us at just around 5k. 6k actually with the boots. So 6k to run this build, and I promise you, you're going to get a lot of gear, a lot of good stuff with this character. And that's kind of like the basis of this. Now this is running this class without any like any sets. You know, the sets are going to make the class exceptionally better. Some sets that I would actually consider running, where is it? Where do I have it? Tiny Torment is a set that I think is great. And it's actually going to be a set that's very easy for you guys to just add to this build, because this will stack with Soulstorm. So just that synergy between the classes will be incredible. I think another set that would be great is Fairy of the Lake. Because you are so aggressive, this set right here will be incredible just to add to just deal a lot of DPS and just overwhelm your opponent. What's another good set that I think we could probably run in here? Dragon Scale would be good too for the tankiness, because just kind of add on to it, but you don't really need it. It's more of like a waste if you grab it, in my opinion, because you're already super tanky. So I would rather get the opportunity to add more DPS to my build. Pity of Death is a set that I'm hoping gets a buff. I don't think 70 is enough health to make a difference. I'm hoping maybe go like 200. That would be pretty nice. Tangling Chain would also be like another great set to run too, because like I said, you are going to be aggressive. This might honestly be the best set for this character, and this might be the set I will run into Klothos Trial, just because of the fact that you want to be on your opponent the entire time. So this might be the best set that I would probably chase for Death Knight. Again, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think would be the best set. I think Tangling Chain might actually be the one, because you want to be aggressive, you want to be on your opponent. Anyways, guys, that's kind of the video on like the gearing, how you should level up the character, and just kind of running like an affordable build. I wanted to make sure I made this video in the sense that anybody can do it. I didn't want to make it expensive. I wanted to make sure like the build is something, or how-to guide for this character, that you can afford it and you can enjoy it and go in and have fun. Now I want to talk about the meta a little bit on DK. Right now, like I said earlier, the meta for it is dual wield, life on hit, and it's honestly right now it's not the best meta in the game. I think my friend Tommy made a good point, saying that they should just remove life on hit from the game completely. I think so too. I think if they have lifesteal in the game, why have another alternative? Why have the same concept of recovering HP but making it on hits when lifesteal is also you have to hit your opponent? I don't know. I think they should just remove life on hit and just re-roll random affixes on the people's gear that have life on hit. Or just make it to where life on hit only works with physical contact. Because the reason why life on hit is so good on DK is because it's double dipping in Soulstorm. So when Soulstorm's going off, you're dual wield swinging your swords, it's just stacking. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comment section down below what you think. Let me know if there's any more advice you would give to people who want to play this class. I'll be making more guides on the characters and more in depth later. I will hopefully be making a Klothos Trial build video for you guys coming up very soon. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.